This is a sponsored video that contains products provided without charge by the manufacturer for demonstration purposes. All opinions are my own.
Today on HandyDadTV, we're going to continue the series on my Cub Cadet Ultima. I'm going to be putting on a new accessory, that is the bagger. Without a bagger, you're limited to side discharge. So there are going to be times during the year that you're going to want to pick up the grass. Whether you're dealing with a fungus, or it's the fall and you need the leaves to be picked up, or it's the spring and you need to pick up anything left from the winter. So there's definitely times that you're going to need to bag. And I had one on my old tractor, and now I'm going to give it a try for the Ultimate as well. I've gotten a little bit better at backing out. First thing in the morning. Before I get started on that, I do have to acknowledge and thank Tyler from Yorick Saw and Knife for sending me a few shirts to do yard work with. I really do appreciate that. Somebody had asked me about the width of the unit and if it would fit through a 48-inch gate, and this is the 42-inch deck. So I took a tape measure and put it under here. Now, the website says it's 54 inches wide. In reality, with the chute, it looks to be right about 52. For you to fit it through a 48-inch gate, you would have to lift up the chute. But it will fit. I don't know what it looks like when it comes from a dealer, but I got this directly from Cub Cadet. So it's in a huge box. Well, it certainly got banged up a little bit in shipment. Oh, man. There's a pin installed back here which acts as a hinge, but I wouldn't let it sit on that for too long. That is not meant to support it. It's just meant to keep it closed. Aha! That goes all the way down. Nice. The last step is to assemble this counterweight, which has a really big cast iron weight in the front and then 3 steel plates behind it, plus these brackets. So because you're adding weight to the back behind the axle, you need to counterweight that, otherwise you could actually flip when the bags are full. It's never going to be this clean again, so let me give you some initial thoughts. So I do like the clear tube here to be able to see that there's no clogs. I didn't have that on my old one. There's also a little window in the top so you could look down and see. I like the soft-sided bags. They're going to take up less space. My old one from my tractor had plastic bushels on the side. I'm not crazy about the top. I don't like the fact that you can't let go of this, because if you do, it's just putting too much strain on that hinge there, and it's definitely going to break over time. So that's one thing I don't like. The other thing I don't like is that the bracket here is attached with 2 bolts, and I would need to have, like, I don't know that this is going to fit in my shed. So I'm going to have a socket wrench to take these out in order to take this assembly off so I could fit it in the shed. See, I only use a bagger occasionally, and so I do plan on taking it off, and I like to mulch my lawn and let it fly, get the nutrients back in the soil. Now, over here, the chute is made to be taken off. You can see it's just got a pin holding it in the front, and they created a wing nut here to take this off. So they gave wing nut. That comes off. This comes out. It's not attached. It's just a friction attachment there. But that one is permanent, and I don't like that. All right, let's give it a try. All right, I did the front yard. Let's see how it came out. All right, the left side is full, and the right side is about a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way full. So that's good. I couldn't do the whole front and back with just one load, but I can definitely empty it in the middle.
Now the front was easy because it was wide open and there were no obstructions. The back, on the other hand, I had some challenges. And here comes the first one. Watch this. Yeah, I turned too tightly and the bagger actually scraped the fence. And so that caused the cover to pop open, and I didn't even realize it. Of course, I have my headphones on. And it's just bouncing around and grass is getting everywhere. No big deal yet. But on this turn, I also took it too tightly. Crunch. And that one I actually lost the bag. And then, not on camera, but I think I did it again over by the shed, and you can see I have neither bag on it right now. And I still don't know what's going on until I see the bag down there. And I'm like, wait a minute, I lost both bags. At this point, I'm thinking I backed into the shed, and that's where I loosened this whole thing up. And of course, the parts all unsnapped from the frame, so I had to snap them all back on and go get the other bag down the other end. And from then on, I just made a really good conscious effort to look behind me. So that was the hardest learning curve, was the fact that it sticks out so far from the back of the mower.
All right, I got the whole backyard done. And I only had one incident. I backed up a little bit too close to the shed. And I guess I popped it all apart. But nothing broke, thankfully. And a little bit fuller than the front was. But all in all, it went well. So closing thoughts, I think it's a good product. I'm not going to use it all the time. Of course, I got to relearn because it sticks out further in the back, and that's obviously going to be a problem when I turn. I had just gotten used to the length of the mower as it is now, so it'll take a little getting used to. But I'm not going to use it for a daily mow. I'm just going to use it when there's specific things that I need to pick up and I don't want to throw my grass back on the lawn. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.